You know what?
Yeah.
Dudu's been telling me that she's coming for everybody's jobs. So you know, we need to step it up. We need to step it up. She's taking notes. She's practicing. She's the one that goes in the mirror. Hey, you're looking good. It's so nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning.
I feel like a very big box of Smarties fell somewhere, and people are so happy.
Of course.
It's better to be happy than to be unhappy.
Absolutely.
Yes,
You know, it takes the exact same amount of energy to be unhappy than what it takes to be happy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I would rather be hello-ish happy.
Absolutely. And if you disagree with me, when you're in the bathroom this evening and you look in the mirror,
yes,
okay, and try this: stand dead still, and then take one step forward, and then take one step back.
Yeah.
And then see which one of those takes the most energy.
They're equal.
They're equal. They take exactly the same amount of energy.
Exactly.
All right. Great stuff. Hello, Ricky. Yes, like it's been forever. You're muted. Excellent. Good evening,
Nice
Lisa.
to see everybody.
Yeah, nice to see you. Welcome. Hello, Rian.
Yeah.
Mahira, are you in Australia right now, or are you in South Africa visiting? Can you please just confirm that with me, because I see your registration came in from Australia. All right. When you found the unmute button, you can just let us know. Good evening, Gail. Good evening, Daniel. Good evening, Charmaine. Good evening, PG.
Hi, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, Daniel, nice to have you here, man. Pumzile, good evening. Natalie, we've already said hello to you.
Good evening, everyone.
Kanya, good evening, Kanya. Good evening, Mrs. H. Mrs. H, you can call me H. All right. Good evening. Simo, good evening. Good evening, Dr. Johan. How are you doing, Dr. Johan? We are seeing your ceiling. It looks like you're a little bit upside down. Did you say to yourself this morning, hello, beautiful, how are you?
Hi, Gideon.
You look like you're a little bit stressed out there, man. Relax, it's all good.
Yeah, I'm breathing in and out.
Yeah, that's good.
I was having a session now, training session, then I'm just came back.
Okay, good. And did they all listen, or did you beat them into listening to you?
Oh, they beat me.
Hey. Good evening, Edwin. How are you doing?
We're good, and you?
Good, thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Nice to have you here. Wonderful. So, guys, we're gonna get started just now.
Good evening.
Good evening. Who was that?
Edwin.
Edwin, nice to have you, Edwin. Thank you very much for saying hello and welcome. So we're gonna get started, but before we get started this evening, I know I've got a very special request to play a song for all of you. So we're gonna get going with that just now. But I want to ask anybody on the platform that want to maybe just unmute and tell us about their week, something that happened this week, something they're excited about, something that they discovered, or something that they found out, or that got them excited, that got them, ready for some amazing new things that I quickly want to share with us, some good news that came in. Apart from being on the platform this evening and listening to our incredible special guest, anything else that you want to share with us, any good news, you're welcome to unmute and share with us, please.
We got the manual for tomorrow's workshop. So cool.
So, and you mean to tell me that you got it like a day in advance? You didn't get it on the day?
No, a day in advance, so you can go through it. So exciting.
Oh, fantastic. Did you print it out naturally?
No, I don't like wasting paper. No.
Okay, good. Right. And are you excited about tomorrow's workshop?
I am. I really am.
That's
I
good.
think it's a lovely topic, and more people need to know about it. I think it's going to be phenomenal.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Always does a good workshop, so I am looking forward to it.
Tell us more about it. Yeah, we want to know, Gideon.
All right.
It's
So
Yeah.
yeah. So guys, I'm gonna share with you a little bit more about that a little bit later on. But our workshop tomorrow is a special workshop with our psychology professional, Marley Viljoen. And she's going to do a deep dive into bullying and narcissism, which is really, really exciting. So I know, Natalie, you've read through the manual already. You want to just give us a quick insight on, or maybe just give us a few things that you read there that you are excited about, please.
No. It's my bedtime reading. I haven't read it yet.
All right.
I was working today. I was working hard today.
All right. Well, tell me, Natalie, what is the reason that you decided to sign up for that class?
Because I like learning new things,
Mm-hmm.
and I detest bullying. And I like to know some more about narcissism, because people are throwing it around like it's cupcakes.
Yes.
And I don't think they understand it.
Yes.
1, 2, or 3.
You're quite right. You're quite right. That's it. All right. Okay, guys. So, it's a very special evening this evening, and welcome, Lindiwe. I see you've also just joined us. Dikiti Singh, good evening. Mama Loretta, good evening. Jane, good evening. Jane, yes, I haven't seen you for ages. It's so nice to have you on this platform. Good evening, Tabu. Good evening, Lydia from Liberty. How are you doing? Ingrid, good evening. Kakaglego, good evening. We've got quite a number of new guests this evening, so welcome to everybody for the first time on the platform. If I can maybe ask all of you just to mute yourself. When we do, we're going to start the recording soon. Simo, are you starting the recording yet? Okay, excellent, great stuff. Alrighty. All right, so guys, this evening is very, very special to all of us, and I just want to quickly give a bit of an introduction into exactly what this platform is all about, exactly what you can expect from this platform. And I want you to go into your diary this evening, go onto your telephone this evening, and book out every Thursday night from 7 till 8 o'clock. It's a very, very special opportunity to learn and to come and hear about everybody that we've got on this platform. We've got a number of professionals. We've got a huge team of people that we work with. And this is very much a platform where we want everybody that's part of the ISIC Help International Organization, give them the opportunity to share a topic that they feel passionate about, that they feel is needed. And then it is an opportunity for you as a guest, as a client, or as a professional, to tune in, to come and fill your cup a little bit, and to come and hear from a fellow professional. But it's also an opportunity for you to actually bring and invite clients that needs that little bit of extra support. So I want to say huge welcome to everybody this evening. This is seriously amazing. I'm so excited about the topic this evening. And so that we can get this going, I am going to ask our special guest if she still wants her favorite song, because there's lots and lots of eager people waiting. So we play a part of it. So we play the entire song. Are you ready to get going?
A part of it is good enough. Coach.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So I'm going to quickly play a little song, and then I'm going to do a special introduction. So here we go. Just a very, very nice song on request from Excellent. So that was a very, very nice song, a very nice way to get this started. Thank you very, very much to our very special guest for recommending that song. And I'm pretty sure you got a little bit of a kick out of that. So can I see a show of hands? Who's ready for our guest? Who is ready to get going? Can I get us some thumbs up? Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Fantastic. Jane has raised her hand. Yes, Jane, I see you've raised your hand. I don't know if you want to ask a question or you're figuring out all the controls. Absolutely magic. Alrighty. So guys, I'm really, really excited about this evening. And, I've had the opportunity to get to know this special guest over the best part of a few years now. Yeah, close to 2, going on 3 years. And this lady has just grown leaps and bounds over the last few months and few years. And I'm so proud of her because through everything that she had to overcome and everything that she had to do in her personal life and her professional life, she's still standing. And she gets up with a smile every single time. And, the other day I had a conversation with her quickly. She was as sick as a dog, but she was still doing what she needed to do. She was still getting up in the morning. And a little while ago, I actually had the opportunity to do an interview with her where I got to ask her very, very personal questions. So for those of you that's interested in rewatching that interview, you're more than welcome to reach out to me and I will share a link with you. But without any further ado, guys, I really want to welcome our very first momentum opportunity for professionals to come and present on our platform, to come and share with us their journey, to come and share with us a topic that they're passionate about. So welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone, and welcome to our very special guest, the amazing, the wonderful, the one and only Dudu Mkhasi. How are you doing, Dudu?
I'm doing well, Coach G. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Excellent. So we cannot wait what you have in store for us. Thank you very much for getting that session started with a wonderful, wonderful song. And the floor is yours. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the team for inviting me to this wonderful session. It's a session that is very close to my heart because this is something that I deal with almost on a daily. And I can say that I have shifted from the inner critic to the other side. So it's exciting for me to be able to share this with everyone. And yeah, Coach, you can just go on to the next slide, please. So tonight, the topic that we are talking about, or that is so close to my heart, is called, or I've entitled it, From Self-Critic to Self-Companion, Transforming the Way You Relate to You. So for me, it's important because in my introduction clip that I did, I said that the only person you are with all the time, 24/7 is you. So why not have that healthy relationship with yourself, right? So from self-critic to self-companion. You can move on, my coach. Okay, so I'd like us to do an icebreaker. And in the icebreaker, if you can close your eyes, I want you to please close your eyes wherever you are and take a very deep breath. And I want you to tune in the inside of you and answer this question softly to yourself. What is your inner voice saying to you right now? What is your inner voice saying to you right now? Okay, we can move on. By the way, the inner voice never stops talking, right? So you either get the inner critique or the self-companion, but the inner voice will always have something to say all the time. So my inner critic story that I have, when I got the invitation to come and speak at this platform, the inner critic was quick to say something. So these are the thoughts that came to mind, or this is what the inner critic said to me. It said to me, what if my English fails me? What if I don't have enough content? What if nobody shows up for the session? What if electricity goes away like it did? I'm at my friend's house because I had to make a plan and come, because electricity did go away. What if my network doesn't hold up? What if this? What if that? What if? And guess what? All the things that this this voice was saying, all of them were negative. So it is that inner critic story that just never stops. Yep.
Yes.
You can move on. So the inner critic, why does it exist? Why? Somebody may ask. I ask myself the same question. Why does it exist? And I discovered that actually the reason it exists to protect me from failure or embarrassment. Imagine if I was at my place and then the electricity just goes whoop, it goes off completely. It would have been a moment of failure for me because it means I would not have finished doing the presentation, right? Or maybe a moment of embarrassment or a moment of, but it would have been something negative. So that inner critic is there to protect you from failure or embarrassment. And then what I've also discovered is that it echoes childhood voices. Let's say if I grew up from a family or in a family that says to me, who are you to speak, to address 50 people? Do you think you have enough content? Is your English enough? Do you think you are better than all these people? What do you have to say? So if I grew up in that type of a setup, chances are, I would not have been able to come and present tonight. So it really echoes our childhood voices and cultural pressures, and it thrives in high expectation environments. Like now, all eyes are on me. I'm expected to deliver something worthwhile. So the inner voice, it will do everything, the inner critic rather, will do everything possible to make sure that it protects me from the failure or embarrassment that is possible to happen, right? So we can move on. So when does the inner critic show up? I've just made some examples. It shows up in daily life, right? At work, you feel like, oops, somebody can do a better job. That is your inner critic. In a relationship, you feel like I'm not lovable, I'm not enough. In your personal growth journey, you feel like, oh, I doubt if I'll ever get this right, or I'll never get this right, or I always make mistakes, or somebody else can do a better job, or this, or that. But this is just some of the examples that the inner critic shows up on a daily basis in our lives.
Sure. Yeah, I can totally relate to that. I can totally relate to that. All right.
Yeah.
And it is so difficult, especially if you're in a work environment and you always constantly have to look over your shoulder. Who's doing a better job? Who's coming for my job? But at the same time, we also need to recognize that it's actually fueling our own performance. So it's allowing us the opportunity to actually, be on the lookout on how we can improve. So yes, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Only a pleasure, my gosh. So the cost of the inner critic is that it brings a lot of anxiety. It brings a lot of self-doubt. You second guess yourself a lot. It comes with it reduced authenticity, because we want to be authentic, right? Everywhere we are, we want to bring our best selves. So if you doubt yourself, you can never bring your best self to the table. And with that comes stress. With that comes opportunities. So let's say you are in a work environment and somebody says, would you like to take on this particular task or project? Because the critic voice says to you, no, you can't do this, somebody else can do a better job, then you miss that opportunity. So we really need to look at the cost of that inner critic that is always running on at the back of our minds.
Okay.
So, having said that, we need to now introduce the self-companion. So the inner voice or the self-companion is that inner voice that supports and encourages you without making excuses. And it guides you without shaming. So going back to my example, my inner voice, my inner critic gave me all the reasons why I can't show up tonight, right? But my inner voice said to me, no, no, no. It gave me some support and it said, let me encourage you. We need to prepare. That's making sure that there's no excuses. Let's prepare. Let's get our slides. Let's ask for help where we need help. Let's just get ready, right? And it did that with me without shaming me to say, you are inadequate here. You don't have enough information. How can you go and do that? So let's just take note that the inner voice supports and encourages us without making excuses, focusing on the word support. So it's there to support you.
Fantastic.
So what a self-companion may sound like. These are just some of the examples. It can say, well, maybe something has happened. Your self-companion, your positive voice can say to you, that didn't go as planned, because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that everything is going to go well. It can say to you, that didn't go as planned, but hey, you're learning. Can you hear the support there? Can you hear the encouragement there? Yeah. Or you've done hard things before, you can do this. That's what the supportive voice or the self-companion voice said to me when I started doubting myself, if I can really do this. My voice said, look, you've done hard things before. This is another one thing that you can do, right? And sometimes that self-companion voice may sound like, it's okay to rest, Dudu. You are human after all. And by the way, down with flu. And my inner to.
Alrighty, coach, we are losing you a little bit there. Dudu, just if you can maybe just rewind a little bit and just repeat that again. Are you still there? Okay, there we go. All right, we
Yes,
lost
I am.
we lost that last
Sorry
paragraph.
about that.
We lost that last paragraph, please.
That last paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my inner self-companion said to me, it gave me a green card to say, it's okay to rest. And for 2 days, I was in bed. I did absolutely nothing. Why? Because I am human after all. So there is that temptation, especially as business people, we want to push because every day counts. So we want to push and make sure that numbers at the end of the month balance. But that inner voice, I had to listen to it, that inner self-companion when it said to me, it's okay to rest. You are human.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So here's an exercise that I would like us to do. I want each and every one of us to think of one sentence your inner critic recently said to you. Like I said, it never stops talking. And usually when opportunities come to us or when we are faced with opportunities, unfortunately, the inner critic is the one that raises its voice first. So you really have to do something to counteract and come with a self-companion positive voice, right? So I want you to take a moment and think about something, just one sentence or one instance where your inner critic said something to you recently. And while you do that, I want you to think about how would a companion say it instead.
So, Dudu, what we can do is if anybody wants to unmute and maybe share with us 1 or 2 examples of what they've recently had, or maybe type it in the chat box at the bottom, then it can help all of us to recognize that we're all human, we're all the same after all. And it would be nice if anybody wants to unmute and share with us a way that they have criticized themselves and then what they can maybe do in the future. So I like what you said there about preparation, and our mentor on the call, PG, always says, proper planning plus preparation prevents poor performance. And that's exactly what you did. You had this inner critic. You came up with all these challenges and all these excuses and all these things that could possibly happen. But then you said, okay, listen, let's do the proper planning. Let's do the preparation to prevent poor performance. And anything that you could have happened, you actually took care of it, and you made it. You were prepared, and therefore you could act accordingly. So congratulations on that. So I don't know if you can see the chat there. I just want to quickly read what's in the chat. Okay. Mindset. This is Ricky says, you think what you want to say would not be relevant, and then you do not speak out. How relevant is that to do? Sure. You think that you don't have relevance, so that's why
100%
you don't speak up. Yeah. All right. Then TC Store says, sorry, I jumped around there. Mindset, you will make it. You will make it to this interview. Okay. Yes. So you had a critic that was keeping you from this platform this evening, and you said you were going to do it, right? Lindiwe says, not an eloquent communicator. Wow. If I look at how you dress and show up, Lindiwe, I mean, that is communication and elegance personified. So I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And, dress for success. Yeah. Why not? Always look the part, always look 100%, always ready for business. Doesn't matter what happened. Even if any critic is going crazy and not sharing and not participating, you dress up, you get up, you show up, and you do what you need to do. Yes, I like that. Okay. Dudu, Daniel says, you sound horrible. So Daniel.
And I would like Daniel to rephrase that.
Yes,
yeah. How would a companion, say it instead?
Right. So the critic says, you sound horrible. What would the companion say? How would the companion rephrase that?
Yeah.
You want to give it a try, Daniel?
Yes, Gideon. Let me try.
Okay, go for it.
My self-companion will say, you sound like yourself. Don't expect to sound any other way.
Wow.
There you go.
Good.
Yay.
Good. And what else? What else can you use? What else can you say?
I can't think of anything now, Gideon.
What about something about the outcome? So what is the opposite to being horrible?
No, but you know what? My inner companion says to me now, speak to Gideon and the guys on the platform and see if they can hear you or not, because the inner critic says you are not audible most of the time and you run out of breath before you say what you need to say. So say it now and see if you are making sense to the others.
Absolutely. You're making 100% sense. And Dudu, if you don't mind, I'm taking over a little bit, yeah. But Daniel, here's what I want you to focus on, right? Is you already said that that's exactly how you sound. You cannot sound any other way, okay? you cannot go in for surgery and change your voice. That's the way you sound. However, you can change the tone and you can be more confident. So right now, your inner critic is saying, you sound horrible. So your tone is that of maybe you feel horrible and eventually it will show up in your tone. So if you say to yourself, listen, I'm unconfident, and every time I speak, I have value to add, now your tone will represent that. So can we maybe try that?
To say what you've just said now?
Yes. I'm confident, and every time I speak, I add value.
This is how I will put it, Gideon.
Okay.
I know my staff, I have a lot of value to add, so I will speak whenever I have an opportunity.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I like that. I like that a lot.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Well done. So Daniel, what you're going to do tomorrow morning when you wake up, you're going to walk into the bathroom. You're going to say, hello, beautiful. I like you. All right. I haven't seen you for a while,
Yes.
but yeah, okay. And then I want you to say that to yourself over and over and over in the mirror. Every time you see your reflection, I want you to do that, okay?
Do you know what else I will do tomorrow, Gideon?
Yes?
You know, because this critic has been telling me this for so long, I tend to use text more than I use my voice.
Okay.
So tomorrow I will not text anyone. I'm going to call everyone that I need to speak to.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
Including Coach Dudu, who is my friend. I'll call her
Very
tomorrow
good.
morning.
All right. So, Dudu, we expect to get some feedback from how the conversation with Daniel went. And
Yes.
Daniel, congratulations. You're also welcome to send me a voice note to tell me how the conversation went. And I want to hear that voice of yours because I think you sound amazing.
Well, Gideon, thank you so much. And thank you to the team for giving me this platform to exercise this beautiful voice of mine.
There we go.
Yay.
There we go. You've got such a beautiful voice, man. We need to hear it more often.
Thank you.
That's it. Right, Dudu, over to you. Anybody
Thank
else?
you.
Anybody else that want to share with us? Here's another comment in the comments. Gail says, "I got really. You've got a nice. You got a really nice speaking voice." I guess that's towards Daniel. Gail. All right, great.
Can I share for a moment?
Yes, please go.
So one of my ongoing inner critics is you are inconsistent and you are flaky. And I've been actually told this in college, etc. You are flaky, you are inconsistent, and it's kind of stuck with me.
Okay, right. So what are you going to do from tomorrow onwards, or from this very moment? How are you going to reframe that? What are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on the inconsistency, or are you going to prove everybody wrong?
Well, I might need a bit of help rephrasing this, to be honest. I don't really know what the opposite would be, apart from I'm consistent, which feels very obvious.
All right. So if you have to say something, what would it be? What is the opposite to that? What is that opposite to that feeling that you're feeling right now?
I am capable of being consistent with the things that I'm passionate about.
Okay.
And
Right.
I've had amazing outcomes in the past, and those outcomes are repeatable.
All right. I like the way you framed that. I want to share a little secret with you this evening.
Yes, please.
The way you framed it is in the future. So I want you to reframe that, and I want you to start with the words I am. The most powerful two words in the English language is I am. So whatever you're going to say after the words I am is going to become your reality. So I want you to reframe that set now, but I want you to start off by saying I am.
I am consistent. I'm leading towards it is easy for me to be consistent.
Right. I want you to say I am.
I am consistent.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels interesting.
Yes, I am finding it easy to be consistent.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that. Sorry, my toddler's right next to me. I am finding it easy to be consistent.
Fantastic. So tomorrow morning,
There you
when
go.
you wake up, you're going to go into the bathroom and you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to say, hello, beautiful. I missed you. I am finding it easy to be consistent.
You know what? I will.
There we go. And I want you to send me a voice note. I want to hear those affirmations. All right. I want you to say it back to yourself all the time, because you've been playing that same tape, that negative tape
Because I'm a consistent person who does what she says she will, I will do
Yes.
that.
Okay, excellent.
There
I'm
you
looking forward to it.
go.
There we go. There we
Yeah.
go. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Dudu.
Thank you so much, Coach. And thank you to everyone for participating. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We can move on to the next slide, please. Okay. We've just done a practice, but let's talk about some tools, right? How do we activate this self-companion voice? So practice awareness. I have some of my clients on the call and they will find this familiar. I always say everything starts with awareness. You have to be aware. So notice the voice without judgment. First of all, you need to notice it. You cannot correct something that you have not acknowledged, right? So tool number one, you practice awareness. You notice, you catch that voice. Notice it without judgment. Okay. Let's move to tool number two, please. Once you've done that, you've noticed the voice, you need to pause and breathe. I found that in my own literally. So you need to stop, pause, just stop and breathe. When you breathe, you really give yourself space to react or to respond, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah,
absolutely.
that's tool number two.
Love that, Dudu. I absolutely love that. That is the very first thing that I always share with anybody that I work with, is to allow themselves that opportunity to breathe so that they can connect their subconscious with the critical mind, and that they don't allow the subconscious to run away with all these things that they've created in the past, this auto mode that they're running on. So yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay, great.
And tool number three, we've just done that. We've just reframed the thought, right? So instead of I'm so bad at this, you can say to yourself, I'm learning and growing. So we've just beautifully demonstrated that. Tool number three just now. We can move on, please.
So Coach, before you can continue, I want to actually ask you something. So, so there's this reframing tool that we've done now. What we need to remember is that, you know, for the last 6 months, for the last 2 years, in some cases for the last 20 years, for the last 30 years, 40 years, we've had a certain belief. And we've been thinking about that same belief over and over again, and it caused a feeling inside of us. And the more we feel that feeling, the more we act according to that. Now we reframe a thought process, but we need to remember that we need to cement that thought process. We need to cement that reframing. And can you maybe tell us how you reframed your thoughts? What did you do to reframe your thoughts to get to where you are today?
I think, first of all, I was very deliberate and intentional as I was talking up, as I was drafting the tools, right? Like I said already, you cannot correct something that you have not acknowledged. So I noticed that my critic thoughts or my critic mind overpowers my companion. First of all, noticing that I always go towards the negative. And I thought about instances even in the past, and I noticed that it was actually my way of what's the right word now? Of protecting myself, to say what's the worst. So the thing I would go to is what's the worst that can happen, right? And then I would really go to the worst of the worst. But until I could catch it, I could never heal it. So number one, really, catch it first. Practice awareness first. Okay,
wonderful. And what did you do to help raise your awareness?
It's important to expose yourself to positive spaces. You know, the 5 people that you spend most of your time with, they shape who you are. So what are you reading? Who are you listening to? What podcast, if it's podcast, are you listening to? What is it? What do you feed your mind with is very, very important. So I made sure that the people that I surround myself with are people who are going where I'm going. We're going the same direction. They're talking the same language, a language of positivity, language of let's get better, language of we can do better. And the material that I read, you know, being in book clubs and being in doing affirmations, having a teachable spirit as well, because we can fall into the trap of I have arrived, I know it all. But if you have that teachable spirit, really you can learn and change. So yeah, that would be my response,
like
Coach.
that. So in other words, your environment that you find yourself in on a daily basis.
Yes, 100%, very important.
That's it. And one thing
And I
that
stay away from drama as much as I can.
there we go. Right. So one thing that I really appreciate about all our conversations that we always have is you have a very clear line between where you are and where you want to go, and you know what your boundaries are. So you've set those boundaries so 100% clear. You are clear on your boundaries, and that's why no drama on my life. If I want to reaffirm something, I would do the affirmations. I would get up and show up and do it over and over and over again until I have that. So proper
yes,
preparation
definitely.
prevents poor performance. Congratulations. I like that. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, Coach. All right, the last tool that we have for tonight is daily companion check-in. So from time to time, just check, what do I need right now? So like I said last week, when I was feeling like, you know what, I'm not feeling well, I had to do a check-in. What do I need right now? And my body said, you need rest. And I did exactly that. I gave my body what it needed, which was rest at that time. So you can also do a check and say, what do I need right now? It can be a word of encouragement. This morning, I was feeling like, oof, can I really do this? And I needed a word of encouragement. I called my coach and I said, this is how I'm feeling. And he encouraged me. So do let's spot check on what do you need right now. It can either be encouragement, accountability. Sometimes we need to really, hold ourselves accountable for us to be able to do anything. So it can be rest as well. So do those daily companion check-ins. They're very helpful.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Okay. So I think we've done this one already. We're going to do another round, but I think we exhausted it on the first one. So you can move right along. Yes. So what impacts or results do we get on a daily basis by befriending our self-companion or making it sound louder than our inner critic, right? So in the work or business space, I would say you get more confident. You get, you open yourself up for more opportunities. You say yes more in a workspace and or in a business space. And in relationships, I am a big believer in having a healthy relationship with myself first. As a relationship coach, I teach people to have a positive or a healthy relationship with yourself first. You cannot give what you don't have, or you cannot share who you are not, right? So
Yes.
you then get more patient with yourself first, and more patient with the people around you, your loved ones, your children, your spouse, your colleagues, your friends, and so forth. And another result on your mental health, you really get less burnout, more joy, more peace, more calm, and you get less burnout and stress.
So, Dudu, I've got a
These are
question
the results or the impact.
Yeah, I've
Yes,
got a
sir.
question about relationships. I need to ask you this. So
Go ahead.
relationships is you're not in control of what the other person do and say and think and all of that, right? And I actually had
Yes.
a session with one of my clients this afternoon about the relationships. So I want to ask you, if you're in a situation where you maybe you have a spouse, maybe some of our guests this evening's got a spouse that is not 100% on board. Maybe they're going through a bit of a difficult time. How do you use this reframing and look at these suggestions that you've made this evening, and how do you apply that within a relationship environment?
Okay, I hope I'm going to answer you, Coach G. I think, first of all, like I said, it's important to have a healthy relationship with yourself first. Know who you are, understand your own boundaries first, before you can actually go and share them with someone else. I think I've seen this with most of my clients. They don't understand themselves.
Yes.
So if you don't understand yourself, how do you even expect the next person to understand you? So before you can even move into looking at your spouse or your child or whoever is next to you, do you even understand yourself? Do you know your boundaries? Have you communicated your boundaries? Have you, before you even communicate them, have you articulated your boundaries to yourself first? Because once again, the reason people are unhappy in marriages, in relationships, is because most of the time, boundaries. People have not articulated the boundaries, and they have not, if they have had an opportunity to articulate their boundaries, they have not communicated them. So I hope that answers you.
Absolutely. And if I can maybe add to that, because I know you're going to maybe still talk about that, but it is so important that when you are in a relationship and when we do go through the work where we work on ourselves and we do set those boundaries in place, often we are faced with a situation where we say, but I had an expectation about that person needed to act a certain way. And then when that person didn't act a certain way, we were disappointed because they didn't act the way we expected them to act. But whose expectation was it in the first place?
There you go. And did you communicate the expectation?
Exactly, right? So what I've often found, especially with relationships, and we've had this opportunity to talk about this at length one day, is when you don't have an expectation within the relationship. So you communicate your feelings, you communicate your wants and needs, you put your boundaries in place, you make 100% sure that you know what you want, you communicate that effectively without judgment, without the expectation from the other person to meet you halfway. Now you can't be disappointed.
Yeah.
All right. So within the relationships, within your health, within your wealth, it all comes down to putting those inner critics aside, being open and honest with yourself 100%, like you've said. Control, breathe, connect the critical mind and the subconscious mind with each other, and make sure that you put those boundaries in place and that you communicate those boundaries in a way that it's not confrontational.
Yeah, 100% correct. Yes.
I like that. Thank you very much for your confirmation. And I love this, what you've just said here about your work and your business, be more confident. Yes, absolutely. And you actually remember the future. If I can do this, Dudu, and I'm hijacking some of your presentation now, but we get up in the morning and we actually repeat yesterday. And then we get up tomorrow morning and we repeat the day before. So we can start remembering a different future. We can transform our life in a different direction. And then we can still that inner critic and actually bring out the companion. Amazing. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Thank you for that input, Coach.
Here we go. Over to you.
So, yeah, I have a question then. If you became your best companion starting from today, what would change in your life? Just a thought. If you became your best companion starting today, what would change in your life?
Sure.
We can move. Yeah.
I wonder if we should ask for comments.
Yeah, if people are open to sharing their comments, yes.
If you want to put down in the comments, guys, or unmute and share with us, I'll start and say, I made a decision a few months ago just to be absolutely happy with no matter what the situation is. To always put a smile on my face and just to deal with whatever. So, and indirectly, I became my best friend, all right? Because I started looking at opportunities instead of the things that I needed to do. All right. So Pumzile says the way I look at things. Okay. I would like to be the best version of myself. Yes. Nice. I will be confident and executing tasks. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Yes.
All right, and it looks like Daniel has found his voice. Daniel, you're more than welcome to unmute and tell us what you're going to do.
Me, I'll be more visible and add more value to the people in my life.
All right. Okay. That's nice. Thank you very much for sharing. Cool. Ricky says, be mindful by just being. Things are not always possible. Handle challenges as it comes. Uncertainties are part of life. Sure.
Wow.
Embrace that. Embrace that. And if you know that, it's proper planning plus preparation. You can't always think about everything that's going to happen. It's absolutely magic. Loretta says, I will stop discouraging myself. Yes, Loretta. The moment you feel discouraged, all you need to do is another 21-day challenge. All right. There you go. Zonke says, I'll be more affirmed in all that I do. Right. I like that. I like the feedback we are getting here. All right. Let's see. Daniel, you've got your hand up again. You're more than welcome to unmute.
Yes, I want a second bite of the cherry, Gideon.
Yes, go for it.
For me, there will be more alignment between my thinking process and my writing and my speaking. Because currently my speaking is lagging far behind. I write very well. In fact, I would say I'm proficient in my writing and I think very clearly.
Okay.
But I don't speak anywhere close to those two elements of my processing.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I like that. So you need to go and put this to the test and then come back and give us feedback, right?
100%.
All right. Great.
And coach, it goes back to what I said. Sorry if I may just chip in there.
Go,
it goes back to what I said about awareness, right?
Yes.
So Daniel has made an awareness, or is mindful about the fact that his thoughts rather, and his actions are not in alignment. So he's saying he's committing to make that to align the two. So it's important really to start with awareness. Where are you? You cannot move to another place if you don't recognize where you are. It's very, very important. So yeah, that's key. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you, Daniel, for sharing that. PG, I'll give you an opportunity just now. So Khomotsa says, I will stop procrastinating. Yes. I will extend grace and forgive people. Yeah, that is a big one. Galalejo, I hope I pronounce your name correctly. That is deep. And that all comes down to having expectations. And then when people don't meet those expectations, you are disappointed in them, but they didn't even know what your expectations were. All right. Interesting, right? And then Larato says, I will remind myself every second of the day that I'm worthy and deserving of all beautiful things I desire. I like that. Remember how we started by saying, I am worthy. Beautiful things. I am worthy of all my dreams and desires. I am a creator. I am winning every time I try. Okay. That's phenomenal. I like that. Larato, make sure that you do your affirmations. State I am as if you're already doing it. See it, feel it, believe it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. We want to get feedback. Please. Right. And then Lisa says, I want to be a warm, friendly, love and be positive. Always ready for a good and positive thought. Right, Lisa, so you're going to say, I am friendly, I am loved, I am warm, I am positive.
She fixed it already.
That's it. So it's not I want in the future, it's not conditional, it's I am right now. Okay.
Yes.
That's it. Good. Daniel says, I will be kinder. I am kinder to myself and present. So, Daniel, remember this, I will is in the future. But if you do it right now, you remember the future. Okay? I will be kinder to myself and present all of me to the people in my life. I like that. Okay. And then Balene says, Kwebu, what's it? Sikran Kwebu, I am going to do better and not doubt myself. So that last bit I would take out. I am going to do better. I am doing better. I am
better.
Yeah. Right? I am doing better. I'm confident. Take the doubt out. Put the opposite. Put the thing in front. Not away from, but towards. Okay. Right. Gemima says awareness gives us a choice. Yeah, you're quite right. It gives us a choice. It allows us the opportunity to think. Just to add on to what Coach Dudu is saying, regardless awareness, you are 100% correct. 100% correct. All right. So, PG, you had a hand raised. You just want to unmute there, please?
Gideon, yes, thank you. Dudu, I think what you are sharing tonight is absolutely valuable. And I think most people will agree that the self-critic or the inner critic is something that's very present in all our lives on a daily basis. And that actually led me thought about a song. And the song is something that we all know. And I'm going to ask everybody to unmute themselves a little bit quickly. Who remember the song Old MacDonald Had a Farm? Yes, thank you, Anna. Yes, and then on the farm he had a
cow.
Cow.
No, a duck. A duck. Okay. Yes.
A duck. Oh,
yes.
yes.
A duck. Okay, so
it's a quack, quack, yeah. A quack, quack there.
Absolutely.
Here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack, quack.
Okay, so the self-critic is the duck. And the self-companion is the eagle. Now, Dr. Wayne Dyer said it best. He said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Okay, so sometimes we look at ourselves and we are very critical about ourselves. We're not good enough. We're not this. We're not that. We're not beautiful. I am. And Gideon was absolutely right when he said it. The two most powerful words in any language or any dictionary is I am. Because what follows after I am will shape your life. Now, we started just now with saying, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a duck. Now, what does ducks do? They quack. It's a quack, quack here, and a quack, quack there, here a quack, there a quack, and everywhere a quack, quack. Now, yes. One thing about a duck that you need to know. A duck is never alone. So if that self-critic is going to creep in and he's going to tell you all the time that you're not good enough, guess what? You're going to start quacking like a duck. Now, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then probably it is a duck. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, if you keep on quacking, guess what's going to happen? You're going to attract more quackers. Okay? Okay, so now if you're more quackers, now you're in the duck pond with the duck poop, and guess where you're gonna go? Nowhere. Okay, you're gonna be stuck, and you're gonna have mates that's gonna quack with you. There's a song in Afrikaans. Inkies, inkies, stap in 'n ry. 1, 2, 3, 4, kwakkel verby. Links, rechts, kyk hoe maak. Reguit dam toe, quack, quack, quack. Okay, now here's the best part. That inner critic. That is the duck, and I want everybody to remember what Dudu tonight taught us. Okay? Don't be a duck, but be an eagle. You know what's the difference between a duck and an eagle? Eagles, they fly alone or in a pair. That's it. Okay? But here's the other thing about an eagle. They have a vision for their lives. They have their eyes on their goals. Like Gideon said, proper planning plus preparation prevent poor performance. Okay.
Poor performance.
Now that inner critic will continuously keep you where? In the duck pond. But you're going to feel guilty about it. And you're going to think that it's not true. And it's going to feel that you need to just step it up a bit. That's the eagle inside of you. It's about time to get that feet out of the duck pond and open those wings and start flying.
Yeah.
Because it's about time to tell yourself, I am good enough. Like Robin Banks always said, I'm brilliant, I'm bright. I'm a radiant being of light. I'm an outstanding peak performer. I'm a dynamic life transformer.
Yes.
So go and be someone. Okay. I've listened to something today and really did well done on this tonight. I've listened to a thing today and it said, if I ask you now, Dudu, would you like 10 million rands? What would your answer be? If I ask
Can I give you, let me send you my bank account.
Yes, let me send you a bank account. But then the next question is, Dudu, I'm going to give you 10 million rands, but you're not going to wake up tomorrow morning. Which one do you choose? The 10 million rands, or do you want to wake up tomorrow morning?
Definitely wake up tomorrow morning. Keep your money.
So
Thank you.
means that it means that your life is more valuable than 10 million rands.
Yes.
Okay, so that inner
100%,
critic,
yes.
that inner critic is always going to creep in.
Yeah.
That inner critic is always going to tell you the naysayers. It's too high, it's too low, it's too left, it's too right. It's the economy, it's my grandma, it's my father-in-law, it's my whatever. It's the coronavirus, it's the economy, Julius Malema that's not going to be with us any longer. Whatever the situation is, it doesn't matter. There's always a reason.
Yeah.
But don't get stuck. Thank you so much for this. Remember, don't be a mallard, a duck. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, PG. Dudu, we had a hand raised from Zanile. Zanile, you want to just unmute and ask your question?
Oh, no, actually, I wanted to say what I will start doing is not allow anything to disturb my peace. And I will always tell myself that I am already enough.
Fantastic. So you're going to say, I am enough. I am in control of my peace, right? Remember, I am.
Yes.
I am. Very, very important. Okay. Very important. So there's
Yes.
a few more notes here. Connie says, I will have so much joy in my life and able to take risks, confidence, challenges head on. So Connie, I want you to reframe that. I say, I am having much joy in my life. I am enjoying my life. I am taking risk with confidence. I am facing my challenges with confidence, and I'm overcoming it. Right. Remember, guys, I am. Very important. Right. Coach Dudu, over to you.
Yes. So, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that interaction. I really appreciate all of you on the call. And the last piece that I would like to say is be the companion you've always needed. You can.
Okay.
You can be that companion that you've always needed. So be that companion.
Wow. Amazing.
And yeah.
Great.
I'm saying this to myself as well. I can be that companion that I've always needed. Thank you so much for this, Coach.
So Dudu, I wanna acknowledge you this evening by saying that, you know, a few months ago you took on the challenge to really every single morning for more than 100 days, and I know you still carry on doing that, but for more than 100 days, you sent me your affirmations every single day, like clockwork, right? And there were a few days where you're a little bit delayed, or maybe you had, some family and you were hiking and you damaged your ankle, and then you had family commitments, but you kept on going with your affirmations. And I've got absolutely no doubt that if I were to ask you this evening, that the Dudu that I got to know in the beginning versus the Dudu that you are right now, is it the same person?
Definitely not. I'm not quaking. I'm flying. I'm up there with the eagles. I'm not in the dark pond. Sorry, no. Look for me in the dark pond. You shall not find me there. And it's because of the space that I've created. It's the people that I've kept myself within all the time. And yeah, so I'm just saying to everyone, we can all do it. And thank you so much, Coach. To everyone on the call, this man kept me on my toes. He made sure that I do my affirmations for, every day without fail. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support, Coach.
You're more than welcome. So, Dudu, I want to acknowledge you again for the human that you've become. And I know you are stepping up this evening. And, I know you're going to step up even more and more and more in the future. You inspire so many people around you. So thank you very much for your inspiration. And thank you very much for sharing with us this incredible topic. So we've got a few things coming up in the next 7 days. Tomorrow, we've got a very special workshop on bullying and narcissism. And we have our very own in-house psychology professional, Marley Viljoen, that is going to present that. It starts tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and it's going to go through to about 5:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. There are still a few spaces left and available. So if anybody is interested, they can just reach out to me. I'm the one that's posted on all the groups, so you know where to get my number. And we also have, because of popularity, we've got a phenomenal 21-day paradigm wellness challenge that we're going to start. That starts on Monday. Registration close to close of business. So if anybody is interested in eating right, moving right, thinking right, or thinking right, eating right, and moving right, they can also reach out to me. I will share some details on that. And towards the end of October, we have our Paradigm Practitioners course that runs from the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th, which is going to be absolutely next level and absolutely unbelievable. Dudu spoke this evening about knowing yourself and, doing and understanding your own paradigm is the first step towards that. So, Dudu, I want to, again, congratulate you. Next week, we have the same platform, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to invite anybody that can benefit from this. Anyone that you know, a friend, a family member, they are more than welcome. We just ask if they register so that we do know that if you invited them and there's any requests from them, we know who to refer them back to. So if you are a professional on this platform this evening, you can also invite your clients or people that you work with on a daily basis. And should they feel the need, we can always just refer them back to you. Right. So guys, this has been phenomenal. Dudu, I want to say thank you so much for all the preparation that you've done, all the extra work you've done. Thank you for the sleepless nights that we gave you in preparing for this evening. But I know for a fact that you got out of this presentation much more than what we got out of it. Because in the process of us stepping up and preparing a work like this and a presentation like this, we actually have to be still with our own thoughts. We actually have to think about how we're going to deliver this message. And I think you've done a superb job this evening. Can I see a show of hands from everybody? Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a heart? Can I get some loves and kisses for Dudu? Come on, give it to her. Absolutely amazing. We are recording this.
I'm taking e-wallets as well. I'm taking e-wallets as well. Thank you.
I charge a
Can't
commission.
say I didn't try, eh?
All right, so we are doing a recording of this. If you look out for the recording a little bit later on. I see Gail, you've got your hand raised. I see Arshila, you've got your hand raised. You guys are more than welcome to unmute, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Gideon, what is the subject for next week?
We've got a very special guest. Gerda Evans is going to be our special guest, and I will make the announcement for the topic either tomorrow or over the weekend.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Great stuff. Thank you very much. Arshila, you had a question? You had a hand raised?
Oh, no, I just wanted to say brilliantly done, Dudu. Thank you so much. It was amazing.
Thanks, Arshila. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate that.
All right. Great stuff. So, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'm going to say, please remember this. I will look after me for you. Will you please look after you for all of us? Until we see each other again, same time, same place, next week, Thursday evening, 7 o'clock. Go and put it in your diary. I will share the topic for next week and our special guest with more details. Have a wonderful Thursday evening. Have a wonderful Friday. Take care of yourself.